He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They go play action on first. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. He sends this away, and this is going to be a field flipper. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And he's been having such a great season in this offense. You can see, actually top 5 in the league in receiving touchdowns so far. Putting a receiver in motion. Low him back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Quincy Williams making the tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the well again. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Darnold. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Jets football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First carry here for Braylon Allen. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Pass play now. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And a man is there to knock that away.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
That throw finds Conklin. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll throw. It is caught left side. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife coming right up. Back now for the second quarter, and the Jets, they have got to look towards that end zone. A toss right side to Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Jets can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Jets tie this game 7-7. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Running it now out of the gun. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for him. Room to work at the 35. And he's all the way forward to the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing now, off play action. Fires right away, but incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake here. He fires one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Right up the gut. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Just getting back to the line, and now they have to figure out a 3rd and 13. Darnold looking to throw. This one's taken in by Hill. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They'll start this one out with Hall. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Back now, pressure on its way. Wilson on the slant. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. He's going to throw this one. This will be caught by Adams. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. New set of downs for him at the 38. They go play action here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hall. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
That hit It's at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing the out route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold to throw. Short pass brought in. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. The Jets get there and bring him down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Vikings looking for a score before halftime. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Trying again following the sack. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. So now here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
Smith able to put it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Now Darnold. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Reichard on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Now here comes the New York offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll get this one to Adams. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. From the 46. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Complete beyond the marker. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
They are throwing it again. That's incomplete left side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They'll try and throw it here. He has the 1st over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Wilson's got it. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. And the kick by Folk is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So at the end of 2, the Vikings playing Road Warriors here. They've got the lead. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, and our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. Josh Jacobs with both of their touchdowns thus far as he scored twice on the ground. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Quentin Johnston, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jared Goff, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the 2nd half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Ewert.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here's the Jets offense getting ready to start our third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. Motioning him from the slot right. They start the drive with Hall. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They go right back to Hall. Hits a seam at the 40. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Dump off caught by his back. And this one doesn't go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Vikings taking the field on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll try and run this. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Darnold. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Throwing now, off play action. Finds his man over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 37. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Darnold. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. And with Sauce Gardner dropping him there. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. And the Jets in the dime for this 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? which was the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Returns looking good so far. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Jets returning their offense and this running back to the field. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Able to hit home, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the 29. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
On the handoff, Allen. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and that brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. And the kick by Folk is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They're out and set, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
The give here on 2nd. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. They give it to him again. He's off again. And he's finally brought down at the 33. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They've got a man in motion. On 1st down, they'll run. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Quincy Williams making the tackle. So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Darnold to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Smith able to put it through and add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Gibson now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Jets back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Motioning him from the slot right. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll give the Jets a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Hall running between the tackles. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. This is the end of the third quarter. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. Hall there to haul it in. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. They're throwing it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He's got it! And in, touchdown, New York! So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Hill now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Vikings now set to take the field. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Darnold looking to throw. Finds him on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll run here on first down. And this one does not go far. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Now Darnold. Complete out to the right. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to fight his way forward for a modest pickup to the 43. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Working inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up. Now give left side. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Darnold. Has it in close. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Gibson now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. We'll get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Here's Hall once more. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside. Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They go play action here. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Up the sideline, past the 40. They get 22 on that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing off the play fake here. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That's good for 7 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. They put a receiver in motion here left. Play action on 1st down. Bails out of the pocket. Oh, he lost the football! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Another try following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
So the defense decides to decline the penalty. The Vikings getting their punt team out. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. The Jets out to begin another drive. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Davante Adams. So 2nd down coming up. Throwing from the gun here. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Back to throw it. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll get this to Jefferson. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still 1st down.
Back now, pressure on its way. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Darnold now to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so is the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I can just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Vikings leading by 7. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's going to fight his way down to the 35-yard line. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
He stopped on the return at the 27. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Hits his running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up. They'll throw it again. This will be caught by Adams. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. He'll throw it yet again. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Throwing now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from New York.